What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another ranking. With the release of Ocean's 8, the new spin-off to the Ocean's trilogy, I figured it's a perfect time to do a different ranking. I'm going to be ranking all 4 Ocean's movies from worst to best. These are my opinions, of course. Ocean's franchise are really well creative heist movies, and with the new Ocean's 8, I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on the Ocean's franchise. Now, before I start my ranking, guys, be sure to leave your rankings down below in the comments section. Tell me your favorites. Let's talk about the Ocean's franchise. Without further ado, let's get started. Coming in at number 4 is Ocean's 12. This movie was really boring to me. This is the worst film in the franchise. It really was completely different from Ocean's 11, and the story was so boring and long. The whole team doesn't do a lot of heist elements, which made the original Ocean so good. This movie had a lot of walking around in Amsterdam. We didn't see a lot of Andy Garcia in the movie, which was kind of disappointing. And the whole team also was just separated most of the time. Brad Pitt and Catherine Zeta-Jones have this really unnecessary relationship. They have problems during most of the movie. She's a cop. You find out watching the movie. And the team gets put into jail. They really don't complete their mission of stealing this golden egg. I wanted to see more heist elements in Ocean's 12. It just had a really boring story and boring pacing. So Ocean's 12 is the worst Ocean's movie. Coming in at number 3 is the newly released Ocean's 8. I just saw this movie, guys, so it's fresh in my head. I had a fun time with Ocean's 8. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but it's a good time. The cast is really good. Sandra Bullock and Cate Blanchett were great, but Anne Hathaway was probably my favorite character in the movie. She was so good and compelling. This movie had a lot of fun elements to it. It was completely different from the original trilogy. It added its own new take to it. Seeing the sister, Debbie Ocean, compared to Danny Ocean. Her having different agendas and objectives. It was cool to see her character, but the movie had some boring humor at times. Some characters were dull, but this movie's a lot of fun. It's a good popcorn flick, and it's enjoyable. Coming in at number 2 is Ocean's 13, the final film in the trilogy. This brought the great franchise back on the wheel. I had a fun time with Ocean's 13. It was really good. It went back to the casino with the heist elements into it, and there was a good amount of stakes to it. George Clooney and Brad Pitt, the two most charming, charismatic, handsome guys back in the early 2000s, give very good performances here. And it introduced Al Pacino as the villain, Mr. Bank. He was a really cool asshole kind of guy. You wanted to see him get taken down. And I just love the way that the movie ended with them taking all the jewelry up with the helicopter. It really was a really cool ending. Matt Damon also, I think, gives his best performance in the whole trilogy. The movie did have some boring parts to it, but this was the best film in the trilogy since the first one. I had a fun time with it. And of course, coming in at number 1, my favorite one, Ocean's 11. Steven Soderbergh directed the shit out of this movie. This was such a cool heist movie, a lot of fun, and seeing all these characters get introduced. George Clooney as Danny Ocean, such a very interested, layered anti-villain, sort of. He's doing bad stuff, but you totally connect with his character. And Brad Pitt, oh my god, as Rusty, such a great combination. Seeing the group come together and plan the biggest heist, robbing 3 casinos in Las Vegas, such a cool movie. Don Cheadle's accent is pretty annoying, but I enjoyed their characters. And Bernie Mac, such a funny character. But what made Ocean's 11 so good is the relationship between George Clooney and Julia Roberts, but Andy Garcia as the villain was so intimidating. It really felt like there were some stakes that the team could be going to prison for life. He tried to make that happen. And Ocean's 11 is such a great heist movie, and Steven Soderbergh, probably his best movie. Alright guys, that was my very quick ranking of all 4 Ocean's movies. Now, if you guys have seen these movies, let me know your rankings down below in the comment section, and tell me if you agree with my list or not. Let's have a good discussion. Thank you guys, as always, for watching this ranking, and if you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe today for more content. All my social media links are in the description down below. click that notification bell on your way out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!